School lunch is something that has long passed its prime, and I know that because anytime I bring it up to my parents, they always talk about how good it used to be, how the food was actually decent, and how you were actually allowed to leave school during lunch. But nah, instead in 2026, we gotta eat whatever this is.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
I feel like at some point, it just has to be considered a safety hazard. There should be more inspectors walking through school cafeterias, asking questions to students too, because some of what ends up on these trays should not be legally allowed to be called a meal. Like, why is the chocolate milk filled with chunks half the time? What is in there, bro? Chocolate milk should not have that texture. I don't understand, like, what is going on behind the scenes, and how do you possibly mess it up that bad? And why does it keep showing up too? It's already pretty bad that I have this many questions already. And even beyond this, why is chocolate milk, and really just milk in general, the main drink being served at school lunch at all? We are in 2026, dude. There are so many drink options available to people. You could do tea, you could do a Capri Sun, you could do juice, you could literally just do water, and that would already be a step up. But no, let's serve milk. That is probably gonna put you on the toilet in a few hours. And speaking of water, why does water cost money? Water, the most basic thing your body needs, the thing that covers most of the earth, nah, you gotta pay for it at school. But honestly, if schools just made it so water replaced the milk instead, I don't think anyone would really be complaining. Like, for me personally, bro, give me water over milk any day of the week, dude. There was just one time though where I was really hungry one day. I hadn't eaten, I didn't have any snacks either, and I already waited as long as I could, and there was just nothing else available. And I made the decision, one of the rare times, to actually eat school lunch.
I rebuke in the name of the Lord.
And guess what happened after that? I got sick, dude. Now, I'm gonna be fair here because I can't say with certainty that it was the food. It could have been something going around the school, it could have been a coincidence, but people are pretty nasty, so you never know. So it is what it is. But the one and only time I ate school lunch, I got sick directly after it, bro. And of course, it was a sore throat, bro. Dude, I hate sore throats. They're so annoying. If you're having one or going through one right now, dude, I'm sorry. It's so bad. But you can already guess I have not eaten it since then too. For me personally now, I either wait until I get home, or I'll just take snacks or bring my own lunch sometimes. But I've been able to leave early for school this year too, so it hasn't been a big problem. But look, I get this may or may not cause more obesity, but you know what, whatever. Schools need to put actual restaurants in the cafeteria, bro. I mean good food. They'll be getting a nice bag, and students would actually enjoy the food. Fun Food Fridays are solid though. The days where the school sets something up outside the cafeteria and sells food that is actually edible to students, even when it's some random pizza place nobody's ever heard of, but students will still buy it and the lines are still long because people can actually enjoy it. I mean, why is this not just what lunch is? Why is it only a special Friday thing? The proof is right there that students will show up and pay for food that's actually good. It makes no sense to me as why schools don't do it more, especially considering how they love money. And if Fun Food Fridays are making good bread, what's the point in not doing them more, bro? I mean, if they did more, they're making more money. Especially from my school, I don't know about y'all, but they already spend way too much towards sports. They could be making a lot more too if they just adjusted that budget a little bit more to food. And I'm not saying don't invest in sports, obviously those matter a lot, but it would just make more sense to invest more in the food so they can get paid even more. Because man, I think prison food might be better than some of the stuff I've seen. I don't get how higher ups see all the memes and stuff and just brush it aside. Like, all jokes aside, this is pretty diabolical. I don't understand how we've gone backwards with school lunch. Like, I know there's a lot of jokes about some of the nasty pictures of the food online, but it's gotta be hazardous, bro. There's no reason for that to actually be given out to students. And I feel like this should be a bigger deal than it really is, and I'm surprised there hasn't been more talk about it. I do find it funny though that schools still make you get a fruit too, even when they're serving you some crappy pizza, fries, and milk. Like, a single apple is not fixing what is happening on the rest of that tray. I'm not trying to say that people shouldn't be healthy, but I can't really take them serious when they start serving some literal slop every day. But you do know what they say, I guess. The other thing that nobody talks about more is what school lunch does for the rest of your day. If you're luckily not having the bubble guts from whatever you just ate, you still gotta go through that next half of the day. And if you refuse to eat that stuff, you might be cooked low-key. Unless you brought snacks, then you're chilling. But I'll tell you, granola bars hit different at school, bro. If there's one thing the UK made that's good, it's that. Props to all the British people watching. But even if you do eat the lunch, I swear, it's never gave me energy. Maybe I'm just fatigued all the time, but by like 1, I'm already ready to take a nap. Side note though, naps need to be more normalized, bro. Don't listen to John Bernthal.
You take naps? I don't take naps, man. I don't take naps. I just don't have time for naps, man. That's for the birds, man. I say doing it.
That's cap, bro. Take your naps for real. But for students who have to actually rely on school lunch, this is all messed up. And the quality of what they're being given is what we've been talking about this whole video. And for some of them, they can't even get it.
And it has been a lifeline for so many families in our state. Free school lunches. But when the kids head back to class after summer break, they won't have that option anymore.
Like how? I don't understand. They deserve a lot better than what they're getting. And the fact that it's been this way for so long without any real improvement should bother more people than it does. But we all know higher ups do not care at all. To me, school lunch is basically just fast food but lower quality than it. And fast food's already not where you want to be nutritionally, but it at least tastes like what it's trying to be, you know. At the end of the day, it's just fast food, but school lunch can't even go above it. I do love some Popeyes though. Any admins or just schools in general, if you ever consider putting a restaurant inside, make sure that's one. But at this point, if you can bring your own lunch, just do it. I understand it's not possible for everyone, and I'm not saying that as a judgment towards anyone, but if you are able to pack something from home and you're not doing it, I will start doing it personally. It doesn't have to be anything special. Well, unless you like school lunch, in which case... But let me know how you guys feel about school lunch in general. Sub, like, join Discord if you're new. That's all I gotta say about this though. I appreciate the support as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.